Thank you. That's my new star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Under your label?
Yeah,
Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And he's taking this to the skies.
So, Andy, are you spending 100,000 naira?
240,000.
Are you kidding me, yo?
Are you?
And the $240,000, yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's about, yeah.
Are you spending $240,000?
I don't have $240,000. No.
No.
How much are you spending on that? Oh, no. Tea is not a here for the
Eh.
No, but he's saying that if he had a certain amount of
money, he wouldn't.
He's not going to be drinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Wake up in the morning and drink champagne.
Please, with a round of applause,
Yay.
welcome the queen of Showbiz Review, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Hey.
Nti yan welcome ni bio.
We know welcome.
Nti on metna se e won ani onyam.
Okay, Don Jazzy says he spends $100 million a year if he signs a new artist. Founder of Maven Records, Don Jazzy has opened up on his financial commitment to nurturing and promoting new artists. Don Jazzy, you know, I didn't tell you with Fisayo Fusudo. He disclosed that he spends more than 100 million naira, approximately $245,000 each year, if he decides to sign a new artist to his record label. The statement highlights Don Jazzy's dedication to supporting emerging talents and investing in their careers. It showcases his beliefs in the power of mentorship and the importance of providing resources and opportunities for artists to thrive in the competitive music industry. Don Jazzy's financial commitment goes beyond signing an artist. According to him, it encompasses what I say? You see, just yesterday I had a dream about something. I had a dream me and Daddy Lumba we did some place.
Hey.
Before I slept, I ate rice. So when I woke, I was like, you see, some of the dreams some people have. If it was fufu, it would have been some bad dream. Like, there would have been death or something. Dreaming about dead people. Yeah. It encompasses
Compass no about
something. Yes. But come to think of it, so yeah, 100 million, let's say $245,000.
Yeah.
That's some big money.
How much is that in Ghana cedis though?
Yes, so what will do their computation? I beg, finish that thing. Encompasses, no.
What's the right word?
Encompasses.
It encompasses. Protractors. Protractors.
Dividers.
Dividers.
Yeah,
I forget it.
You forget.
It's way near the other.
Yeah, the radio.
Yeah,
the radio.
Dividers.
And your compass is here.
Protractor. Sharpener.
You are sharpening your skills.
Then eraser.
Erase your mistakes.
Yes.
What the ruler?
Yes.
To guide you in making sure that life is straight.
What was the protractor for? Or protractor's portrait?
You are protracting.
Protractor's portrait. Okay. So yeah, it encompasses various aspects of artist development, including studio recordings, music production, marketing and promotion, music videos, branding, and talent management. By investing such a substantial amount, Don Jazzy ensures that his signed artists receive the necessary support to reach their full potential. Maven Records, under Don Jazzy's leadership, has been responsible for nurturing and a lot of careers in Nigeria and other parts. Okay, Rob. So let me start today. I was starting with Kwame.
And honesty. The music business is very capital intensive. So if somebody mentions such a figure, I'm not sure anybody should doubt the person, especially coming from Maven Records, where we've seen what he's done to his artists. Elsewhere in other places, people don't take the music business seriously, not because they don't want to take it seriously, but because they don't have the money to do that. But if you are lucky to have the money to push artists to do the production, even one video that comes out from Maven's, you see the video, the quality, and it tells you this didn't come just by chance. And even after that, you need to do promotion. You need to make sure that the song crosses over to other parts of the world, and all that requires money. So this is something that shouldn't come as a surprise to any of us here, because he's doing the right things. He's pulling the right strings. He's investing. That is a very important thing. Invest in the artist, and I'm sure he's getting his money's worth. So he's not even worried about whether I'm throwing money away or I'm really doing the work to get what I want from it. And at the end of the day, it's helping the artist, helping his brand as a music producer or music executive, and then helping the industry as well. So yeah, he has the money, and that is why he's spending. If you don't have, I wonder how you're going to also invest such an amount of money into somebody else's craft. And if you're in Ghana and maybe you're also thinking about spending as much as $245,000 in an artist, and you don't have it, you can just be dreaming. But that tells us how important it also is to have investors in parts where...
Is it always about money?
It's about money most times, because if what he's investing is actually yielding results for him, then it tells you if he maybe invested lesser, he wouldn't get the results he's getting. I wouldn't say it's all about money, but it's mostly about money, because everything in the production chain comes with money. If you want to hire a PR, if you want to hire somebody who will do promotion for you, if you want to have the plugs across all these record labels and all these online platforms, it's all about money. And so I think that we can't rule out the factor that money is very crucial in music production, its promotion, and everything that comes with it. Yeah, so Charlie, the money there, if he's spending and he's getting his money's worth, that's all.
I see. Now, Robert.
Yeah.
Same. If what Kwame's saying, that it's about money, the likes we've seen the likes of Ed Sheeran, who else? Give me some names. People who came out of pure talent, raw talent. Adele, eh? Like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't require too much. Someone just saw some potential bigger artist or someone with a brighter future, decided to lift the person up with just a little amount or no amount, and boom. So in Africa, can't we have anything of the sort that we must pump money, pump and pump and pump and pump?
Yeah, it's possible.
How?
That thing is called miracle.
It doesn't always happen. Once in a while.
I like that.
And it's available.
I like that. I like that.
So it's like
I didn't see that coming.
Oh yeah. So like when 100 people pass through the regular route, then you probably have one person out of the 100. So you just have to wait and make sure that you're at the 100th. If you miss it, then you wait for the 100, and then you keep waiting until you're able to get it right. You understand? It doesn't mean it will not happen. It will happen.
But
for praise sake, it is you.
But the miracle.
Oh yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean we've heard and we've known, and it's been told again and again that artists are businesses. In fact, Kanye West's line just always sends home the message. It says artists don't need managers; they need CEOs. People who are able to, the full, because if you're a business, then you need somebody to manage all the facets
of business, marketing, and everything.
Exactly. Every component, just to be able to, bring it to bear. So if Don Jazzy is saying this, basically, I think it is in reference to the kind of record deal he provides. So if he's giving you a 360, if he's giving you artist development plus all the extras, clearly it is what it is, and then we have to applaud him for that. I mean, he's doing his best, he's doing the most, and you can actually see the results in the kind of people that he churns out constantly. I like the fact that this particular article mentions specific areas, because even though it's not exhaustive, I think for me, it basically points to how the money is spent. You understand? So we have artist development, and so you can have an artist, because the focus is to take a person from unknown talents to a professional, or to an underground artist to a mainstream artist, or from a novice to an expert in the game. And so you want to be able to develop the person, because usually when they're signing these people, nobody knows them. and then all of a sudden, boom, the people are in the limelight. So you want to be able to give them whatever they need to know in terms of what it means to be a recording artist and what it means to be a performing artist, so that when you hit it properly. He also talks about marketing and promotion. We're here when George Britton told us that he spent about 190K, almost $1 million. Is it what? So I thought 195,000.
I forgot the amount he quoted.
mentioned.
Okay.
In 195,000. Yeah, but 195,000 in promotion.
Is it cedis or dollars?
Oh no. But all I'm trying to say is that that's the kind of money he mentioned, and I'm sure it's even more, because at the time he was mentioning, he hadn't the work was not done. So clearly. And some of these things, it depends on the markets you are focusing on. If you're focusing on just Ghana, obviously your spend is not going to be as much as if you're focusing on Ghana and Africa. Because if it's Africa, then where? Then you are going to talk about all the various places. Because whatever you're spending in Ghana times the number of countries you're going to, then, you are talking about, the different figures when it comes to the spend. And then internationally too. So you need plugs across board. And all of these elements actually comes with money. So, I mean, what he's saying is on point. Now he also mentioned branding. Because you are not known and a particular image is supposed to be carved for you.
That's it.
And enhanced. What does it mean in terms of clothes? If you watch Kiddy, every time he's on stage, some dressing be the way they transcend. Basically, it speaks to who his brand is, And then the image you want to project, and then the fact that you don't want to have a team responsible for managing that. You understand? So all of these things go into the space, and then certainly it comes at a certain amount of money, some an appreciable cost. Not to talk about the comfort, the comfortability of the artist. The person has to be comfortable. The comfortability there depends on the terms of your contract. If it's a car, or if it's a house, or if it's a regular allowance, I don't know. But the reality is, if the guy is spending that much, it means that he understands that music business is indeed business.
Mr. Coleman?
And I think there's some projections that like he would do before he even tries to put 245,000 into anyone. I would not put 245,000 into an artist that I know I wouldn't make $1 million back. It's as simple as that. And he's very selective too. If you look at what he does, I don't know who he's brought up that flopped. Like, okay, he went through Jazzy and then he flopped and he couldn't make his money back. Before you decide, so the business aspect of music is what we've been talking about every single time. Now, if I'm willing to put that amount of money in promoting your brand, your look, your sound, everything about you, is just a matter of time. I'm biding my time. This is what I'm putting into you now. My projection is that within 5 years, after this investment has gone into you, I'm making $1 million back. And that is what we are. The thing is being selective and being very careful that the miracle finds you.
That's the miracle.
Yes, that's the miracle finds you. That, okay, now there's something about your tune, something about your voice, something about who you are that attracts me to you. Now, once that is done and you are sellable, you are sellable. If you're not sellable, I'm not pushing.
Would you want to spend on an artist before finding out whether he or she is sellable?
Look, as a businessman, I will have that inkling before even I put that money.
Thank you. So I'm shocked you are saying that after.
No, Andy, I need to. Something has to make me do it. I'm not just going to get up and say, I'm putting I saw that sellable aspect in your music, your talent before I'm even putting that $245,000 into you. Because I know I will make it back. And that is where the business sense of music is going. It has to go. If you put in 10 cents, you get 10 cents. What you put in a thing to want to make money back. It's as simple as that. It's a bait. Here you go. I hook it, and then you grab onto it. I pull back out. I have my money back.
I just want to say that these days, like there are some deals where we don't even focus on the artist anymore. We just focus on the song. Yeah, so you can have a deal for a song or songs. It's got nothing to do with you, because these days you can't really trust. You can't trust people to say all their behavior and all of that. But that's an angle. So they don't focus too much on you. They focus on the song, make sure that the song succeeds, and then bam, they make their money, and then back on track. So
hello, Ria.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
Good. Should I ask further questions?
Further questions about what?
upcoming events and.
Which upcoming event are you talking about?
Oh, you want me to ask more questions?
I
Please,
do
we are
not
discussing-
know.
All
right,
any
thank you.
questions
Right.
When you
want
finish,
to
we also ask
ask.
follow-up questions.
Jazzy.
Exactly.
Which question are you going to ask?
Follow up to your questions.
Anyways, when it comes to Don Jazzy, from Mo Hits
Yeah.
down to Mavens, he's always had this track record of producing stars. I mean, look at what he did with D'banj, Tiwa Savage, One Day Cole, all these like top guys. So there's no doubt.
It's ability the game.
There's no doubt that he knows how to spot a star. All right, so he knows your marketability and decides that, okay, this is what I'm going to pump in you. And I mean, some people need more money than others or whatever it is. Yeah. I feel like he has a well-structured plan and he's executing it how he's supposed to execute it. And let's not lie. I mean, he's reaping where he's sown. Like, look at the amount. If you even look at Ira Star alone and what she's doing globally, you can imagine the kind of profit she's reaping. All right, so it makes sense for him to invest that much money into the artist because at the long run he knows what he's looking for, and I think he's getting it.
But I think we need more of the Don Jazzys in our space.
Yes,
You understand?
definitely.
Because, some artists, as an artist, well, the big record labels are focused on making sure that you must have reached a particular threshold, have had some amount of traction, so that when they pick you up, it's not like they're going to work on you from scratch.
It's about people who are willing to risk it.
Exactly.
You know?
The amount of the
Yeah.
risk level is very high if you're starting with somebody from the scratch.
Yes.
But if that becomes your specialty, then it's sweet because you can always have an upstream deal. What I'm encouraging Mr. Sky here to have have upstream deals so that you can ship them off to the bigger deals and then bigger record labels and collect money for all of us.
In Ghana.
Yeah, to have global music is global.
No, what I'm saying is that in Ghana, if you if you secure an upstream deal in Ghana, if you are not very lucky, the artist may come and say you've wasted their time, or you chop them our money.
How?
Or they deserve more, isn't it?
Yes, especially when they see that now that they've reached a certain level where it's time for me to break out, or it may not even end. For example, the Kewa last mid issue. If let's say there was an agreement of the sort, by now Kewa will be crying.
No, but there was an agreement
They had an
from
agreement.
the outset.
No, what
they
I'm
had an
saying that
agreement.
if there was,
Okay.
I'm saying yes, if there was,
Why would Kewa be crying?
because the guy would have left.
No, he didn't leave. I think that this issue about Kewa and Last Mid, the fundamental thing is that
Signed any agreement.
they wanted to, at the end of the day, there was a contract.
Yeah.
There were amendments. And they just couldn't agree on the terms of that particular agreement for them to sign in terms of the
So
documents.
that he becomes officially
Exactly.
highly spiritual artist.
That's where the issue
But they
is.
had an agreement, an unwritten agreement from the beginning.
Verbal.
Yeah,
The guy just didn't sign that
Yeah, you know,
document.
sign them.
Sign.
Yeah, because he wanted some things changed and it wasn't going to work for Kewa.
So all the
That's
productions Kewa did from the
It's not
beginning.
gonna work for
he wasn't
Kewa, it's not gonna
officially
work for the
signed
artist.
until the-
No, the artist made the demands.
No,
And
that
the
was
demands
later.
of- No, what they had an agreement. They
Uh-huh.
used the agreement to
Yeah.
begin some
Work.
form of engagement to begin working, right? Then they got to this particular point where the artist asked for specifics. The specifics were put in the contract, and Kewa said, "Charlie, it wasn't going to work for him." That's it. So they didn't sign.
Okay. Now, well, what's coming that saying?
We are just having a
Yeah,
sidebar.
it was not that the Gobesala didn't come today. They're very worried.
the questions you wanted to ask.
And we are
I'm asking on
we
your
are
behalf.
craving Andy's munchies. So
Yeah.
We serve it at a wedding pretty soon.
oh really?
Somebody's getting married
There's wedding going. I hear this wedding. Okay, make I just keep quiet.
from this company.
Yeah, I come go chair. So
Someone Timakunkum got married.
Oh
few
yes,
days
yeah.
ago.
Okay, we know of that one.
And
Another one is coming.
Eric Metal Nunu also got married
Okay,
over the weekend.
that's nice.
yeah.
Onkasana.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi.
Okay.
Mr. Simon says.
Mr. Simon is
Is
speaking
he also getting married, Mr. Simons?
again.
Oh, okay, sorry. When you're talking about
Who isn't
marriage
married
and
in
you
here? Mr. Clark, you're married. Silent one.
Yeah, I'm married.
Huh?
I'm married, yeah.
But Andy, you are single.
Yes, I'm single.
Okay.
A movement.
Mr. Simon says.
Ria, why do you ask? Will you marry me?
Aren't
Is
we
that how to
supposed
propose?
to?
Huh?
Is
Aren't
that how to
we?
propose?
Aren't we?
Yeah,
Aren't we?
raw
Aren't we
like that.
dating?
Oh, you are in it already.
When you're concert now.
No, like
Hey,
Andy is
my
my
guy.
boyfriend. I don't know why. Oh, really? You don't want to say it on air?
Ghana's music industry. Ghana's music industry. Who laughed out loud like that?
Yeah, who?
Robert Clark.
The music industry needs skillful artist managers. Mr. Simons is speaking. Even if you don't mention his first name, if it's Mr. Simons, Mr. Simons. Acting president of the Musicians Union of Ghana, Musica, Mr. Simons has indicated that the Ghanaian music industry needs more proficient talent managers to turn its fortunes around. He urged creatives to take a great interest in artist management, emphasizing that it was a crucial step that could address difficulties within the industry's lack of international recognition. Comparing the scenario to the Nigerian music industry, he was of the strong belief that the area, when properly explored by creatives, might be the game changer and influence the direction of the industry, just as it has done for Nigeria. The seasoned musician told Graphic Showbiz in an interview that artist managers who can foster artists' creativity and assist build their public image with an eye toward current trends in the industry are crucial to the success of this sector. Now, I want us to look at this. What is an artist manager? We see a lot of musicians walk in here day in, day out, and they have people following them around. Oh, that's my manager. That's my manager. You didn't know someone will call you boss. Yeah, that is, I am the manager for musician Kwame Dazi. Like, which musician is Kwame Dazi? Oh, he sang Polo Pala, Polo Pala. Don't you know that song?
It's a very popular song.
It's a big hit.
Man.
It's a banger.
It's
That word.
that word. It's a banger. Oh,
You know, let me chip in. When they are sending you a story to a song yet to be released, or see to release a hit banger.
banger.
The song not drop yet, but it's a banger.
It's a banger. The hit song. Previously it was something I forgot to chart
Yeah, that's
chart
some
topping
word.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you mean yeah,
So
but
I chat it up.
yeah,
I top chat.
I top it chat.
I chatted to
I chat it up straight.
Kwame Dazi's song is actually called Say It Loud.
Say it
I
loud.
have evidence,
Okay.
Wait, how do you have?
No, I'm sorry.
I'll bring it
How
tomorrow.
about we send it,
I'll
send it,
bring it
send it, go.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every week there's a new song, like it's an album. Sorry, so he releases a new song.
Here's the song.
An artist manager is the professional rep.
You are surprised.
Okay.
He has a song, yeah.
An artist manager is the professional representative and advisor for a musician or band. Managers help build an artist's career and get their clients' music in the hands of producers and label executives, as well as negotiating contracts and setting up tours. Kwame,
Yes, sir.
do we have anything of the sort?
I think we have artist managers in this country, but there's a difference between an artist manager and an artist messenger.
Now I miss Bulldog.
Because most of the people we know as artist managers are messengers, actually. The artists send them on errands. But but artist manager in the sense of the word is very huge. It's supposed to be somebody who doesn't only manage the artist's talent, but also understands human psychology, is able to manage the artist's ego, because creatives are naturally egoistic. And so if you can't manage the talent and then the ego together, you can't manage an artist. That is why most times these up-and-coming artists will call you and say, I want you to manage me. Say, me myself, I get ego issue.
Yeah, I need a manager.
So I don't know how I'm going to manage somebody who also has ego. So it is one thing that most people don't take into consideration when they want to manage artists. The fact that they don't take the psychology aspect of the artist. They think, okay, he has a song and that is all there is to it, as in managing that artist. Then even after getting to manage the product, which is the talent of the artist, you need to understand music. You need to know what music is. You need to know which song the artist is producing will be liked or will sell on the market. So it's not just about you allowing the artist to just produce any song. If you know the direction the artist is going, then you also bring in your expertise as in knowing the market. So you need to be a marketer, somebody who understands marketing. In most cases, the artist manager should have some background in business marketing. And there are times you need to also have some PR skills, communication skills, because there are mostly you are the interface between the artist and all the brands or all the companies involved in dealing with the artist's works. And so it's a very broad and complicated role that people are supposed to play for artists. It's not just about you following the artist to interviews almost every day. We have road managers, okay? But if you are manager in the sense of the word, as in the general manager doing the business plans and everything for the artist, you need to project and know how the artist's works are going to be marketed and promoted within a period of time. That is the work that you need to do. You need to have the skill of an administrator, not just somebody who is a fan of the artist. Most people, when they want to choose a manager, okay, they think this person is my brother, I trust him. This is my friend. I've been with him maybe from school days, and I think that he likes me, likes my music, so he should just be my manager. And when it happens like that, they don't even sit down to structure where the artist is going. Before you even jump onto that product called the talent or the music or the artist to manage that particular brand, you should know the artist's aims, objectives, where the artist is headed before you tap into it to help the artist go where they are going. And in Ghana, I think there are a few people who are doing well for artists in terms of drawing proper business plans for the artist, embarking on promotional projects and all that. You know which strategy is going to work at which point in time, and all these things come together. And so talking about this statement from Bessa Simons, he's been in the industry for long, and I'm very sure he's actually experienced artist managers over time. And when he says skills, it's very important, because at the time when we are developing this industry and we're talking about how we can project the industry, we can't only rest this on the media, on the record producers alone, but who is also taking a business decision on the artist's career or in the artist's career and where they are going is very paramount. So it's a very good call from Bessa Simons, who is the acting president of Musica. Coming from somebody like him, I think people will take this in good faith and also hone their skills. If you are in it already, it doesn't mean that if you don't have the skills at all, you can't learn on the job. There is always a chance for you to learn even when you have no idea of how something works. Now that you are in, you can take online courses, you can read books on marketing, on business, on artist management. There are courses online for people to undertake. And so it's not too late. Don't be comfortable and think that once you follow the artists everywhere and maybe you are popular within the space, that makes you a good manager, artist manager. It goes beyond that. And so we thank Bessa Simon for this word so sweet.
Yeah.
You said a mouthful, man. I don't even know where to start.
And I mean, Comra.
No, but he has said what he has said. I mean, we've been discussing this for a very, very long time. That listen, some of the the outward even appearance of these managers, sometimes you wonder, are you really a manager? Do you really know your job? There are some managers who even want to be treated like the artists.
They want the attention.
Yes. They want the attention even more than the artist.
When I was in Kofodia, there was a manager who was also an artist. When the artist releases a song and it's picking, but then he drops his.
You see, that's
competition.
That's
It's healthy.
crazy. I mean, I started hearing things like, okay, management team, where, okay, probably there's a road manager, there's one that negotiates money, or money is exchanged between clients and the artist. There are so many managers. Like, so which one exactly are you? And then you realize that a lot of people do not understand. And I think Robert and Charterhouse, okay, I can't say Robert, I would say Charterhouse have done a good job by having these, music forums where they have to talk to artists to actually know, like, the team they are working with and what they are supposed to do. But I don't know how seriously they are taking some of these classes and workshops and stuff like that. And also, when it comes to Ghana, we all know that a lot of artists are independent.
True.
So they do it like let's do it. If it picks, it picks a far. If it doesn't pick, then Odeshi we go. You get it. So it's a very dicey situation when it comes to our industry. For me, I'll always say that we have to advocate for a lot of professionals from these universities. There are so many people that are graduating from various universities who study stuff like branding, public relations, and all these things, and they don't have employment. All right, they could get employed by the entertainment industry or the music industry to learn how to brand the artist, to create, a team, a professional and viable team for artists here in Ghana, than go just wing it until you make it. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Coleman, have you managed any artist?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
No, I
Do you have
haven't.
any interest?
I don't know if I qualify for it.
He'll manage me.
That is where I'm going to with this. What do we look out for? Is it always the one with the money who becomes the artist manager? Because because the producer is not even, because I have small money, I see talent, I can push a little bit. Automatically, I've qualified
Let me manage you.
to be a manager. Yes, right. Automatically, is there a set standard of you need to have this, you need to have this, you need to have that to become a good artist manager? Is it something like, I can look at you very well, Andy, who tabon you already, so maybe I'll be my manager, yeah, my manager. No, because I feel like many a time the managers that artists have are people that they grew up with in the same community, or like manage me. Okay, fine. So this guy just goes to Hala, go do galamsey, not this kind of can you push it there. That is what he knows. All he knows as a manager is that me copy skababe abe wow ye ko show no abe bacha on the interview or hits near pouch or so that is no that is
near pouch or
so like the idea of managing the person starts from, where does it even start from? To manage an artist, is it first from his look? Is it first from getting him gigs? Is it looking through his contract? Is it like making sure he's his branding, merchandise, sales, all of those things? Where does it start? Is there a place right now, if somebody says, Andy, I want to learn how to manage an artist, where do I go? Where do I go? Is there a workshop? What happens to me? Because I'm telling you, from everything I've observed in my very short, industry experience, is that the one who manages the artist is the best friend be. Saying like Gabi on in the cool school. The guy's even a doctor. The guy's like a lawyer somewhere, but our manager artist is on the side. So if I'm doing that on the side, how well am I doing that job on the side for you? So it calls to us, say, how are we getting our managers? What good? How well people who manage? How well do they even know music?
Okay.
Wait, but Fifi,
That's pertinent questions.
SPA, we study stuff like this, and then people come out and they don't have, like, they don't know the next step.
No, we study
For a
stuff like
minute,
no,
for a
even in
minute
the
I was
school. What do we
asking,
study?
What is SP? Until
Yeah, what do we study? We do
I
not.
just got it. Yeah, I just got it.
But
I've never heard that abbreviation.
we are brushing through a whole lot of things that happens in the industry, but there's no expert. There's nothing like I'm learning to become an artist manager.
Okay, so on the back of what Fifi has said, one of the biggest schools recognized in the world globally, Berkeley, a music school, right?
Okay.
So, and I like the fact that you're treating this as professional as possible. Because if you type, for example, in any professional platform and ask who's a doctor, you will get specifics. And it runs from, like, the same thing from US, UK, Ghana, wherever, standard day. You understand? If you say who is a marketer, and they even have levels, the information is there clearly of who a marketer is in terms of the job description, what they do, or a sales manager, that kind of stuff. So it's the same way when it comes to artist management or an artist manager. They have something here. So I just want to read that quickly, just so that it helps. The overview is that an artist manager guides every aspect of their clients' careers. In this case, the client of an artist manager is the artist. So the artist managers guide every aspect of their clients' careers, counseling them on professional decisions and opportunities, overseeing their day-to-day schedules and activities, and representing their interests within large production teams. Now, then it goes to say, what does a professional artist manager do? So here is a professional. So you could be an amateur. You may have started yesterday. So like Kwame doesn't mention that you may have already started. We understand. But you shouldn't be there. What is supposed to be your height of operation? Like if we say this person is like a professional artist manager, then what do you expect? The person is a brand advisor, business advocate, and a 24/7 ally. The artist manager is one of the most impactful professionals in any artist or brand's support team, which means that you could have a team and in there you also have an artist manager. Now, weighing in on every career decision from long-term goals to what's for lunch. So in terms of what to eat to all the way to long-term goals. Now, an artist manager's specific duties vary depending on the industry in question, as well as the size and stage of their client's career, but often include some combination of those typically associated with A&R, representative, PR agent, business manager, or talent agent, in addition to overseeing the artist or band directly and representing the artist's interests with employers. Almost all artist managers share a close professional relationship with their clients. That is, they are in together for better or worse. No be joke, be marriage that. The most successful managers are egoless. Kwame Jazzy. The most successful managers are egoless.
I can't be a manager.
Thick-skinned, and tenacious, yes. Ready and able to advocate tirelessly behind the scenes on behalf of their clients.
Where are you reading
Why
from?
are you describing Bulldog?
It has to be
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
You
Where are you reading from?
I'm reading
Masterclass?
No, I'm reading from Berkeley's.
Okay, Berkeley's.
Because they have masters,
Right.
and then they have degree
Right.
in music business. So I'm just reading from one of their portions. So artist manager shape their clients' careers both in a day-to-day and long-term sense. They often help the clients book gigs, plan the album projects, orchestrate record releases and tours, create marketing and merchandising strategies, get paid for their work, get paid for their work, and
Stressing on getting paid
when
for
you
their
are
work.
expecting, so you two must give. And
Some of them rather pay the artists too.
and establish and pursue long-term career goals. However, a manager's job can extend far beyond this. Their clients' advocates, which can mean negotiating record contracts, mediating interpersonal conflicts with the band or the artist, or fighting on behalf of a client who is not receiving the treatment agreed upon in a contract, lobbying on a client's behalf with labels, producers, agents, and promoters, and even helping a client improve their mental and physical health. Recently, in response to shifts in music industry, the managers devote more time to leveraging a brand's brand equity to create revenue streams and strategic partnerships. And it goes on and on. They have work life, they have community elements, they have career path, they have finding the work, and then the professional skills. Let me just mention the professional skills and quickly we're done. The professional skills required: music business experience, record industry contacts. So yeah, you must have the plugs. Record production process, music publishing, music licensing and performing rights, tour planning, schedule management, budgeting, negotiation, networking, organizational skills, and verbal communication. These are the professional skills required. Fifi, what's your question again?
So that brings me back to exactly the point I was making. The people we are choosing now to do this job for the artists, what are their qualifications? What have I? Because I'm looking, they have to know the music production business. I was like, listen to all of those things. I think I'm telling you, Kwame, most of them are best friends. Most of them are some.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when they start. So they also struggling like you.
The usual.
The artist manager is struggling to understand what he has to do.
Yeah.
The artist is struggling to make
Yes.
it in there. So everybody's like, they're just butting heads instead of like one person having a whole idea of a total picture. That this is where we are going with you and having the steps to get to where we have to get to.
So that is why I like the way the Bessa put it, Bessa Simons put it. That he said this is an area that we need to be able to explore. Which means the assertion is that it's acknowledging that we've not reached the full potential or we're not operating at 100% yet. But there are many people who are within the space. However, just like an artist will start by focusing on their talent and eventually they'll learn. And you, the artist manager, will probably begin by having a friend of yours give you a shot or somebody saying, oh, I want you to come and manage me. Once you begin to step into that particular space, you must not forget to also upgrade. So that whilst the artist is upgrading and you're also upgrading, we all have everybody leveling up. So that if you want to interview Sakode, you must first of all go to BBC before you interview.
And a quick advice to people. I get this.
Must level up.
I get this a lot in my DMs and whatever it is, right? I am an actor, producer, director, right? And everything I know is in the industry, like the
Industry
movies.
standard.
Yes. What happens is that many people they send me songs and they say, "Boss manage me, boss okay, what's up?" They walk into the office. I'm an artist. I just released a song. I want you to help me put. And I was like, it's not my like. I don't put it there.
Potato.
Like I don't like
Potato.
you're like I don't know you coming to me because you see me on TV acting and directing. I have my own shows and say my YouTube like I'm like I can't help you
because you are popular. You know radio presenters and DJs.
So that's where it starts from. So you see me as a manager because I'm popular. That is not where you want to go with your career. It's my friend here out there, but
Where? Now me manager.
And you're money nyada yemo. And I bebo. And sometimes
Andy,
yebo.
when you're Sky, you guys have artist managers.
Yeah.
Do they
Potato. Do they potato?
Do they what?
meet the
The requirements?
The requirements. I think one does. One.
the rest are
They are learning.
You see, sometimes it's good they learn on the job. However, you need people who are also willing to work.
sharp?
Because look, someone may have all of these qualities, yet call him you need him at 3. You'll be there at 5.
They leave Castle, so that
Then leave on time.
yeah, but you called him at 3.
No, what I'm saying is I want you at 3.
Oh, okay.
So yes, the business must start at 3. I need you there at 3. And then you show up at 5 p.m. and you come and give me an excuse. Yes, my wife is not feeling well. Yo, which of the doctor's schools did you attend?
That one is not a good example, but I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Hey,
Take your job.
Was jerky.
yeah, I know. Did I even think about it?
Apologize to those who are listening to the first minute.
Hey. Okay, listeners. As much as it may sound some way, I hope I'm forgiven. Amen.
Amen.
That's why we.
No, this is where we finally bring an excerpt of the dilemma into the ghost.
Nana Kwesi says, ain't the manager supposed to be an employee and be on payroll? Are they on payroll in Ghana? Revenue made or not? How many artists can afford the monthly cash flow? What I see is them being paid when revenue is made. The issue is way bigger, Grandpa. Who's Grandpa?
But that's a whole, it's a whole conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually discuss
I think we have to
the
discuss
different payment
further.
types because some of them are on deals.
You mentioned Dilemma of a Ghost.
Yeah.
And Dilemma of a Ghost, I read that book. Okay, I don't want to discuss that when I read it. But I read the book.
You know, you will start doing calculations.
Oh, wow.
Older.
I
Fine.
just realized you're dressed like what's the protagonist's name? Ato. Yes.
The beginning to embody the role.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No wonder
So now coming
someone would dye his hair red, embodying the role of a network.
I think he does well with trying to give the character life.
Yeah, it's called method acting.
You know?
Okay.
Shit.
Trying.
Yo!
Trying.
Yo!
Cholo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Especially to watch
SPA.
the gay Charlie.
That she's from
The gay
SPA,
performance
man.
is good.
Nick Boy said an artist manager is a music industry professional who helps the artists they oversee meet their long-term goals, find opportunities, and market their music. The manager acts as both representatives for and advisors to musicians, helping shape their career direction and professionals' activities. Rich Solo says, watching from Enchi. Daffy Charlie says, please
should have
focus the
given
camera
credit.
more on the lady. We're tired of viewing the host.
Google is working.
What the hell?
Nana Madorisita says, did Ria just speak you?
Oh,
I don't catch either.
I speak Chi.
I speak
Twi-
I speak Chi.
Twi. Which Twi do you speak?
I speak Chi.
Asante Chui or Kapim Chui?
all of them.
Yeah, too.
Uchiti.
Solomon Akonoba come and say, manager is the first buffer between an artist and the world. As an artist manager, you're Charlie, that's quite a lengthy, in fact, that's a lengthy message. Anyway, so Dilemma of a Ghost, fifth Mpacho, Mpacho. Mr. Woodham, someone for Nebana.
Just in the year, you
Kufuor Chi. When is it happening?
29th July, National Theatre.
Okay.
4 p.m., 8 p.m.
Did I just see Blue Riverson in the
I'm
cast?
telling you.
What?
Hey!
Yes, I
Yes!
have Blue
Riversing.
Brew Riverson.
I have Blue Riverson
Blue
Jr.
Riverson.
When do I have him here in the studio? Can I get him before the show?
As part of the promo.
As part of the promo activities,
Sure, I don't
let me.
mind.
I'll put it
Please
together.
don't add anyone. It's just
Just a one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
Let me speak to Blue.
So wait, 9 days from now.
Yeah, it's like no.
What?
11,
Today's date is
11 from
20th?
No, it's
Excuse
11.
me, which of the planets are you on, sir?
I had to make a mistake so that he corrects it.
I like that. Right. So 29th. Look, we are not missing it for anything.
That's good. And it also says she read the book in 1912.
Hey, Andy, George.
The same year the Titanic sank.
George Quay is speaking.
Yes.
George Quay said, I read the book in 1912.
Yes.
It was rather 1914.
He had to make a mistake for you.
Yeah. He needed to make that mistake for me to correct. It was actually 1914.
Wallahi.
Thank you very much for
Wait,
coming.
we hadn't gotten independence yet. Wow.
Ghana didn't exist.
Pre-colonial era.
He was Gold Coast.
But I don't know what you do, and then my mom go sleep, and I will say something.
But Kwame said,
Well, nowadays says hi though. What's up?
Listeners, this is where we end the show. Thank you very
Okay.
much for listening. DJ Black is up next with Music Box.
Kwame.
Hello,
Kwame, what you think?
Nade. Thank you, Kwame. That's it.